before tayo mag-start, kasi wala pa yung slides ko, if hindi kayo mag-participate, magiging boring siya. So, yan. Habang nag-aantay tayo ng slides, sino yung marunong mag-Facebook? Raise your hand, please. Familiar kayo sa Instagram? Okay. TikTok. Nagpo-post kayo. Marunong kayong mag-post. Sa Facebook ba, marunong kayong gumawa ng Facebook page? Yes. Okay, goods. Email. Marunong kayong sumagot sa email? Yes. Okay, that's good. So guys, what if I tell you that freelancing is you just really helping out people to execute those things and then you get paid for it? So yun yung freelancing. Kasi I'm not sure just let me know. Just raise your hand. Sino dito yung na-overwhelm na baka kailangan madami yung alam na skills? Just raise your hand. Like, yung feeling nyo, kailangan magaling kayo sa math, magaling kayo sa Facebook, magaling kayo sa website, magaling kayo mag-design. Yung dapat marami kayong alam. Sino yung parang nafe-feel nyo na parang, nakakatakot kasi kailangan pala madami yung skills. Sino yung may ganong feeling? Medyo related yung question ko kanina dito sa slides ko. And then this is a short topic but I will make sure na chunky siya. I want you to screen capture or picturean nyo mamaya yung slides ko na sasabihin ko. Because I want you guys to make it as your roadmap. So before we start, quick question. Among these two stores, sino yung easily to be franchised? Yung Sari-Sari Store or yung Kangkong King ni Mojica? Ayun, letter B. Okay, next slide please. Now, dito naman, which among these two doctors would you trust to have a higher operation success rate? Number 1, doctor na surgeon with 5 years experience or yung fresh graduate? Say for example, may problem, like kailangan yung pa-operahan. Kumbaga, saan kayo magtitiwala? Sa first doctor or sa second doctor? Ano yung reason bakit mas magtitiwala kayo sa first doctor? Okay, good. Sige, diretso tayo. So don't worry, those questions are related to what I'll share with you. So yung topic ko guys is little known and underrated shortcut for building a scalable freelancing business. So sino yung may gusto ng ganito? Yung may shortcut. Kasi like I said, I'm going to give you a framework. Oh, yung natutunan ko kay John Pagulayan. Mas pinasimple ko. Just. So guys, most probably, ganito yung questions nyo. 3 lang. What are the major problems that niching down can solve? Do I need to focus on one industry when niching down? And is there a beginner-friendly guide I can follow for niching down? So question guys, do you have any idea what niching down means? Kung hindi nyo gets, raise your hand. Ito na lang example, no? For sure, napunta na kayo sa OPD. Pag masakit yung tiyan nyo, sino yung i-approach nyo? Yung doctor sa neck or yung doctor sa tiyan? Gastro, no? Yung title na gastro is niche. Yan yung niche, parang title nila or category nila. So when we say niching down, it's just you being in one category. Okay? May popular saying na riches are in the niches. Kaya tinanong ko sa inyo kanina kung na-overwhelm ba kayo, naku-confuse ba kayo, baka kailangan marami yung skill. I'm here to tell you that you only need one skill. Okay? But you really have to be good at it. Okay? So yun. So start tayo sa first question. What are the major problems that niching down can solve? So next slide. Now, for me to answer this, I would like to give a little bit of quick backstory about myself. I'm actually a nurse by profession, kaya yung example ko kanina was related to doctors. And you know na kung graduate ka as a nurse, ang gagawin talaga or sasabihin sa'yo ng parents mo is, mag-nurse ka kasi makakapunta ka sa abroad. Ganun talaga yung logic. And at that time, may sakit yung papa ko nung buhay pa. I never wanted to leave the country. Yung logic ko nun was this, parang, bakit ako aalis ng country, mag-iipon ng pera para magbakasyon dito sa Pilipinas? Taga-Pilipinas naman ako. Hindi nagme-make sense, di ba? So why would I leave? Di ba? So, I didn't want to be another Filipino nurse who'll work abroad just to save money and then have a vacation here. So sabi ko, kung tatahak man ako ng bagong path as an OFW, hindi siya overseas Filipino worker. I want to be an online Filipino worker. Okay? Which is why yung portal ko is freelancing. Napili ko yung freelancing. So, yun nga, most probably, ang logic nyo is, baka mahirapan ako mag-freelance kasi kailangan marami akong skills, kailangan marunong ako mag-web design, mag-code, programming, kung ano-ano pa man. I've done it. Like, nursing ako, pero nag-aral ako ng social media marketing, nag-SEO ako, nag-ads ako, nag-web design ako, nag-code ako. Pero ang nangyayari, I still wasn't able to get a client. So, yun nga, Problem number 1, you may learn a lot of skills, but your problem is you will be unable to get a client. Yan yung first na problem nyo. So, ang pinakamadaling gawin dun is, yung solution is just choose one skill, focus on it, na yung kaya nyong ma-practice. Say for example, tanong ko sa inyo kanina, sino yung marunong mag-post sa Facebook page? And then sagot nyo, ako. Diba? Nag-raise kayo ng hand. So, ang logic ko dun is, I don't want to overwhelm you. I want you to focus on one skill and then really be good at it and then know how to sell it. Kasi, what's the point of having a lot of skills kung hindi mo naman alam ibenta? Diba? So, yun yung solution number 1. Now, ngayon, nagkaroon ako ng client. So, ang ginawa ko, quick backstory nga, nag-focus ako sa web design. So, nagde-design ako ng websites. And, hindi ako sure kung okay lang to, pero yung first client ko was in the adult industry. So, Pornhub. And then, dumami yung client ko kasi nga, I've been doing good as a web designer. Sobrang bilis ko. I was getting 5 to 6 clients, but for some reason, ang next problem ko, ba't ang dami-dami ng client ko pero hindi pa rin ako nagkakaroon ng maraming pera? Ang dami ng client ko, wala na akong oras. Halos di na nga ako makatulog eh. This is way back 2017. I didn't understand a thing about this one thing na skill na buti na lang na target ako ni John Pagulayan. So, ang nangyari, when I was scouring through Facebook, kasi demotivated na ako, kulang ng tulog, kulang pa rin ng pera, marami pa rin yung utang, so parang, anong nangyayari? Nakita ko yung video ni John Pagulayan wherein he discussed the revenue line. Guys, I want you to remember this. And then I want you to list down on your notebooks. Kasi ito yung pinaka-importante sa lahat. In any business, 3 lang yung problema. Grocery man yan or kahit ano. Number 1 is how would they get customers? Yan yung first. And then next is how would they get sales? Yan yung second. And then yung pangatlo is how would they make that customer buy again and again and again and again and again? Once maintindihan nyo yan, guys, it's not gonna be hard. So, yun, naintindihan ko siya. Ang ginawa ko, finire ko lahat ng clients ko. Finire ko talaga lahat. And then, I restarted my business. Tapos, ang ginawa ko, nag-prospect na naman. Pero this time, different yung approach ko. So, hindi na ako nagsasabi na I'm a landing page designer, I am a web designer. Hindi na ako ganun. Sinasabi ko na, how would you like if I help you get more customers? Tanungin ko kayo, may kilala ba kayong business na ayaw ng maraming customers? Name one. Wala no. The way I sell landing page web design is, I just ask them, would you want me to help you get more customers? Most probably, sagot nila, yes. Yung may ayaw nun, ayaw nila ng pera. So yun yung ginawa ko. Solution number 2, I have 5 to 6 clients. I fired them. And then I understood the revenue line, yung getting customers, sales, and then retention or multiple payments. Tapos, I sold it. Ganun yung pag-approach ko. Ang nangyari naman ngayon, okay, may business na ako. Okay na, may pera. The problem now is, wala akong time. Wala akong time sa family ko. Yung mama ko, kasi di ba widowed na yung mama ko, nagtatanong na, kailan ka pwede magbakasyon dito sa bahay? Yung wife ko, nag-a-ask na, kailan tayo magde-date? Yung pamangkin ko, kailan tayo manonood ng sine? So wala na akong time. And then yung logic ko ngayon, anong gagawin ko? May client ako, may pera ako, pero hindi ko siya na-enjoy kasi wala akong time. So third problem, guys, I want you to picture this as well kasi ganito yung magiging journey nyo. I'm telling you guys, if you will be serious in becoming a full-time freelancer, ganito yung journey nyo. You will have problems in focusing on one skill, and then yung next na problem nyo is madami kayong client, pero kulang pa rin yung pera. Pero of course, ma-avoid yan kung maintindihan nyo yung revenue line. Yung pangatlong problem nyo is, marami kayong pera pero kulang kayong ng oras. Diba, sabi ko kanina, shortcut para maging scalable yung freelancing business. Ang ginawa ko, lahat ng process ko, sinulat ko. Nag-hire ako ng isang tao, trinain ko. Kaya andito ako ngayon. Kasi someone is working for me. Hindi, kumbaga, ang gagawin ko na lang is mag-check. Okay na ba? Isasubmit ko na ba? So, ganun na lang nangyayari. Guys, I want you to have that notion or mindset wherein yung freelancing is not just a one-time project. It's a freaking business. Okay? It's a freaking business that can replace you. Replace you, and then you can enjoy your time. Ganyan yung goal natin. So, para ko yun ma-solve, ang ginawa ko, kasi nga, sabi ko, hindi ko kayang i-document yung lahat. Kasi bobo ako eh. Like, seryoso, hindi ako matalino. if mag-aaral ako, I would have to read things 20 times para ko siya magets. Seryoso to, no joke. Kasi yung video ni JTL, I've watched it around 20 times para ko siya magets. So, pero yung masasabi ko, diligent ako. Ang ginawa ko para maintindihan ko siya is I focused on one skill, which is landing page. I focused on one revenue line, which is helping them get more customers. I focused on one tool, isang tool. Say for example, sa inyo, Facebook. Facebook lang kayo. Huwag na kayo mag-TikTok. Facebook. Kasi, pag naghahanap naman kayo ng doktor, hindi naman kayo nagsasabi na, pag may sakit kayo sa puso, hindi naman kayo nagsasabi na, kailangan ko ng isang doktor na magaling sa cancer. Di ba? Nung logic dun. So, ginawa ko isang tool. Isang tool lang, and then one industry. I focused on one industry. And documented my process so that I can pass it on to my 5 teammates. So, ganun yung ginawa ko sa journey ko. Do I need to focus on one industry when niching down? Sino yung may logic na kailangan nilang mag-focus on one industry? Say for example, ang target audience nyo, mga doctors lang. Sino yung may ganitong logic? Wala. Kasi, guys, I'm telling you, when you're starting out, wag muna kayong mag-focus on one industry. Kasi para kang doktor na nagsasabi na, sorry, I only accept patients with heart problems na real estate agent. Di ba? Walang logic yun. Parang, engineer ka ba? Oo. Naku, real estate lang tinatanggap ko. Bahala ka dyan. Di ba walang ganun? So, hindi ganun. When you are niching down, when you are focusing, hindi dapat na parang one industry kaagad. Although yan yung ultimate goal. You become the expert on that specific domain or on that specific category. Pero niching down is a process or categorization is a process. Na-overwhelm na kayo or kaya pa? Kaya pa? Okay, sige. Next slide. Tapos, I want you to know that niching down is actually, yung keyword lang dito is having a focus on one industry or in one segment. Okay? One industry or one segment. So there are 2 types of niching down. Start tayo dun sa vertical niching down. Vertical niching down is, sinasabi mo na, I will offer Facebook ads, landing page design, email marketing, AI prompt engineering, messenger chatbot, social media management to fitness coaches. Picturean nyo yan kasi yan yung top skills ngayon. Picturean nyo yan hanggang 2024 yan. So if you want to learn a skill, nilista ko na para sa inyo. Nag-focus ako sa isang skill, pero iba-iba yung market ko. Iba-iba yung industry pala. So, ang ginawa ko is, I will offer landing page design to marketing agencies, real estate agents, SaaS founders, e-commerce, and course creators. Kung picturean nyo yan, competitor ko na kayo. Joke lang. Pero yan yung journey ko. Nag-start ako sa mga marketing agencies, and then I targeted real estate agents, tapos yung mga software, tapos yung mga nagbebenta ng, yung nagbebenta ng e-commerce sa Shopee, ganun. Tapos yung mga course creators, yung nagbebenta ng mga online courses. So yan yung niche ko. Focus lang ako sa landing page kasi mahina ako na mag-aral sa ibang skills, pero iba-iba yung industries ko. Okay? So next slide. Now, is there a beginner-friendly guide I can follow for niching down? Ito pala, may analogy tayo. Sino na dito yung nagpakamot na sa ibang tao na parang, uy, pakamot nga ng likod ko. Pakamot nga ng likod ko. Tapos, kakamutan ka. Hindi, dito ka pa sa left, sa right. Right pa, tas bottom, ganun. May ganun? May naka-experience? Raise your hand. So guys, I want you to remember that niching down is like you asking a person to to scratch your itch sa likod. Na parang, hindi siya one time na pag mag-decide ka, diretso okay ka na, yan na yung niche mo. Hindi. It's a process na nagpapakamot ka na parang, eto ba yung pinakamakati? So, yun yung ginawa ko, horizontal niching down, kasi hindi ko alam kung sino yung may gusto ng service ko. Okay? So, I focused on one skill, chinek ko sa marketing agencies, kumusta yung demand dito? Ay, hindi okay. Try ako ng real estate, hindi pa rin okay. Try ako ng SaaS, medyo okay, hindi pa rin. Pero diretso tayo, e-commerce, okay, medyo okay. May pera. Sige, diretso tayo, course creators, try natin. So ngayon, nag-course creators ako. Gets nyo? Na parang nagpapakamot ako, chinecheck ko yung iba't ibang industries. para talaga makita ko sino yung magbabayad ng mas malaki. Pero isang skill lang yun. Okay? So, I want you to remember that finding your category is the one thing na pinaka-difficult. Pero I want you to always remember this analogy. Kasi aabot at abot yung time na ma-hurt kayo. Seryoso to. Ma-hurt kayo when you are dishing down for the very reason na hindi siya mabilis mahanap. Pero ang point ko sa inyo is I want you to remember this analogy kasi sabihin nyo lang, okay, hindi pa nakamot yung Makati. Ganun lang dapat yung logic nyo. Pag hindi nyo nakuha, okay lang. Hindi pa yun yung Makati. May ibang parts pa. I will try to explore. Here's how I look at niching down. So, ganyan yung pag-niching down. Actually, in-explain to ni John Pagulayan. Ang ginawa ko, since visual learner ako, nag-drawing ako ng ganyan para maintindihan ko yung topic niya. Pag nag-aaral ako, I consume it 20 times, and then once I understood it, I will create frameworks like that. Pinapasimple natin kasi nga yung goal natin is to make it easily understandable para isang tingin ko lang, okay, pwede na. So, here's how I look at niching down. Easiest is mag-focus muna kayo sa income stream. 'Di ba yung sinabi ko sa inyong script kanina wherein ang tanong ko sa mga tao is, would you want me to help you get more customers? Hindi ako nagsabi na I'm a landing page designer, chos. I use Facebook, wala 'di ba? I just ask, would you want me to help you get more customers? So yan yung easiest income stream problem. Get more customers. Next is business model. So there are only 3 types of business models, guys. 3 types of business model. Number 1 is service-based businesses. Dentist, doctors, architects, gym. Bakit service? Kasi kailangan andun sila. Okay. Next, retail. Sino to? E-commerce. Retail-based businesses, ito yung mga nagbebenta ng mga sabon or sa Shopee. Yun. I want you to remember those businesses or business models. Yung pangatlong business model is retention. Sino dito yung nagsusubscribe sa Netflix? Okay. Sino dito yung nagbabayad ng internet monthly? Okay. Yung business model na yan, guys, is subscription-based businesses. Usually, yung mga businesses na ganyan are softwares. So, ano ba yung familiar kayong software, no? Facebook, chos. Oh, Facebook, software naman yun. Pero yun, mga softwares, nagcha-charge sila ng paulit-ulit. Internet providers. So, yun yung businesses or business models. So, next is solution na pag-niche down. When you say solution, you focus on one skill. Yan yung ginawa ko. Combination siya ng 1, 2, 3. Kasi if papansinin nyo, ang ginawa ko is, I'm a landing page helping businesses get more customers, and the business models that I serve are more on retail. Kasi nasa course creation ako ngayon, di ba? Retail sila. Nagbebenta lang sila. So, 3 yung combination ko. So, when you niche down, you can focus on 3 things or 2. Okay? So, ayun. Pang-apat is tool. Gandang tool. So, say for example, sa inyo, social media manager kayo, magfo-focus kayo ng social media, pwede kayo magsabi na, magaling lang ako sa Facebook eh. Okay lang yun. Kasi, sino yung hahanapin ng isang business owner na may problema sa Facebook? Yung nagti-TikTok or nagfi-Facebook lang? Diba? Logic ba? Logic. Mindset. So yun. Fourth niching down process is tool. And lastly is yung industry. So next slide please kasi may example tayo dito. So yan yung paglapag niya. So when you niche down via income stream problem, yung magiging title nyo is lead generating, kung ano yung skill nyo. Lead generating Facebook, Facebook page manager. So ganun, pwede yun. Tapos, kung business model naman, ganyan yung ginagawa ko, lead generating landing page for service-based businesses. Tapos kung solution naman, lead generating landing page for, or like tool naman ngayon or skill, landing page for service-based businesses. I mean guys, yung mga red dyan, pwede nyong palitan. Okay? So, dyan sa income stream, just so you know, yung getting customer, by the way guys, I want you to remember that businesses speaks in a language na marketing. So, when you say getting customers, ang meaning nila nun is lead generation. Pag sales, well, syempre sales. Okay? Sales. Same pa rin, sales. Benta. Ang last is, pag gusto nila ng maraming subscribers, sabihin nyo na retention. Kasi nare-retain eh. So, retention or retaining landing page, landing page design. So, yung pang-apat is lead generating landing page, WordPress expert. Sino yung familiar dito sa WordPress? Kindly raise your hand. So guys, yan yung sinasabi ko na you can niche down only focusing on WordPress. Now, you might be asking na, Errol, kung sabihin kong WordPress ako pero magaling din ako mag-webflow, magaling din ako mag-unbounce, magaling din ako kung ano pa man yung mga website builders, hindi na ako tatanggap ng ganun. Sino yung may ganyang question? Kindly raise your hand. Wala. Okay, sige, sasagutin ko pa rin. Guys, ang logic ko dyan is parang doktor pa rin. Just because sinabi ng isang cardiologist na heart specialist siya, doesn't mean na hindi siya pwedeng makapagreseta ng antibiotic sa may ubo. Okay? So, anong meaning ko dun? So, kung WordPress ka, yung goal mo lang dyan is para kausapin ka ng client. Pero pag hanap nila is Webflow, tas alam mo naman, you can still offer it. Okay? Ang goal mo lang talaga dun is wala ka lang competitor when it comes to titles or category. Para pag maghanap sila ng WordPress, guys, sino yung nagtatype dito sa Google na nagtatype ng sino yung mahilig mag-search dito ng mga matitinong bagay? So pag nagtatype ba kayo ng sa Google, ang tinatype nyo sobrang haba na essay or nagtatype lang kayo ng isang tool? 'Di ba? Keyword lang, 'di ba? So, yan yung goal. You want to ensure na kung ano yung tinatype nila is parang nilagay mo na sa title mo. Kasi once malagay mo yun, ang mangyayari, yung gagawin ni Google is papataasin ka, makikita ka kaagad. Yan yung goal mo. Okay? So, last is industry wherein you do lead generating landing page for real estate brokers. So guys, again, niching down is a process. Yung kanina, pinakita ko na bakit ganyan yung slides. Parang ni-rearrange. Sige, diretso. Tapos guys, yun nga, just a reminder, eto na, i-relate ko na yung example kanina. If you want your freelance business to be scalable, make sure to niche down. Kasi, di ba, si Kangkong King, kangkong lang yung product niya, pero king siya. Di ba? Hindi siya sari-sari. I'm not stepping on anyone's shoes here, but kung maglalaro ka, it's easier to maintain one as compared to many. Di ba? So say for example, maglalaro tayo, maraming zombies ngayon, tapos isa lang yung baril ko, saan madali laruin? Yung scattered yung zombies na kakainin ako, or yung zombie na pumila sa isang linya lang? Di ba yung pumila? So why would you confuse yourself? Just do one thing. Okay na yun. So next slide please. And then, if you want to be the go-to expert, make sure to niche down. That's how you stand out. Okay? Kaya sinabi nyo kanina na, I will get the operation from a doctor who has 5 years of experience kasi go-to expert na siya. Guys, I just want to remind you guys na may ganito din akong logic wherein I love enrolling to a lot of online courses. Nag-aaral ako ng maraming skills. Ang nangyayari, always akong pabalik-balik to zero. Always back to zero, always back to zero. For the very reason na fear of missing out lang pala ako. So, I want you guys, if you study one thing, just focus on it. I mean, sa simula lang yan mahirap. Sa simula lang yan talaga mahirap. Pero, if you really want to be a go-to expert, wala namang doktor na nag-aral ng isang araw lang, tas expert na siya kinabukasan. Wala naman isang gym person na nag-exercise siya ngayon, may abs na bukas. Walang ganun. He did it or they did it for a lot of time. So, yan, if you want to be a go-to expert, make sure to niche down and then focus on one. So, last slide. Again, niching down is all about focus. Focus stands for following one course of action until success. Okay? So, ayun, that ends our talk. Yun.